Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Just playing tonight. Kind of came up with this design. I don't know what you'd ever do with it. I'm going to try to maybe even perfect it a little bit more, maybe put a little curve to it. But it's pretty easy to draw. You can almost see as it goes away as I zoom out because there's so much white. We could take away the black box and make the black lines, and then it would kind of show up more, but you really got to zoom in to kind of appreciate it. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a square, a perfect square, and hit P, put it in the center of the page. Now I'm going to take two 2-point lines holding down the control button, Control D to make a duplicate and mirror it 90 or rotate it 90 degrees. I could do all the way around, but I don't have to because I'm just going to use one corner. So now I'm going to take my 2-point line and I'm going to split that from center to center. I only need that triangle. So I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. I am going to left click and right click that triangle. I'm going to bring it back. You know what? I don't have to put it in there. That might be a little bit less confusing because we don't really need any of that anymore. I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate. Now watch this. If you hold down the Shift key, it'll grow from the center, but it's really growing from the center of the square. So I'm going to just kind of ballpark it in the center. But then I'm going to rotate this guy quite a bit. Then I'm going to grab both items. You can see I've got two objects selected. And I'm going to blend it 15 times. And I get that look. I'm actually going to blend a little bit more this time, 20 times. And we'll probably have to make those lines a little bit thicker after a while. But I'm going to go to Effects, or excuse me, go to Object and break the blend apart, which really doesn't matter. But Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it. And then I'm going to mirror it both ways. And look at that. That's what I've already got. Now that's not exactly like my original. So let's see what's different. Let's probably need to rotate it. Um, let's try that. Control D to make a duplicate. And we'll move the rotation to here. And we'll rotate it back to 0. Now see if we can't just put that. Now that gives us the same effect. That's totally different than what I got a while ago. I don't know what I'm doing differently. It might be just because I curved it more. So I'm going to select those two together. It's still going to look cool. Let's try that again and see what that is. If that is because I blended it or I angled it too much. So I'm going to left click, right click. I'm going to go ahead and make it something that other than hairline now. I'm working on somebody else's deal. I never do millimeters. I'm going to hold down the Shift key just so I get still a perfect triangle. And now I'm not going to rotate it quite as much. Let's see if that's going to help. I'm going to hit apply. Yep, I think that's what the problem was. Now I'm going to go ahead and break the blend apart. I always do that just in case something happens. Control D and make a duplicate and mirror them both ways. No, I'm still getting that effect. I don't know what I did different a while ago. Because if you look at this, I've kind of got like a interactive pattern. Let's see what the drawing kind of looks like. Because these are the two halves going like that. I don't know what I did different. But it's still going to be a cool pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and just move this up here. Control G to group, Control D to duplicate. I'm going to make it, tell you what, I'm going to take away the duplicate. I'm going to make it like 2 inches. And then that way the lines get really pretty nice like that. Change my nudge factor to 2. And I'm going to Control D and move it over there. But I'm going to mirror it this time this way. See the difference? Now I'm going to Control G to group, Control D to duplicate. But I'm not going to duplicate it. I'm going to use my Control key and I'm going to do that right there. So I've got a total different pattern than what I had before, but it's still pretty cool. Now this is going to be 4 inches. So I'm going to Control G to group, and I'm going to change my nudge factor to 4. And I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard and move it over, move it over. Then we can go plus key it up, plus key it up. And look at that. It's just a total different pattern than what I had before. I'm trying to get to some curves. I want these kind of be curvy a little bit right in here. But that's still pretty cool. Anyway, I don't know what you'd ever do with that, but thank you for watching.